Hello everyone, I am Debrata Dash. I will be discuss about research designs. In this research design section, what views, strategies, and methods are included. First of all, quantitative approach. In quantitative approach are included word view, strategies, methods, and one example. In quantitative approach, post post positivist word views, experimental strategy of inquiry, and pre and post test measures of attitudes. In this scenario, the researcher test a theory by specifying narrow hypotheses and the collection of data to support or refute the hypothesis. For example, testing a theory with hypothesis and statistical analysis to measure change in attitudes. Then qualitative approach. In this qualitative approach, what view is participatory and strategy narrative design methods open interviews, storytelling. For example, collecting personal stories to study the impact of operation on individuals. In qualitative approach, in this situation, the researcher seeks to establish the meaning of a phenomenon from the views of a participants. This means identifying the cultural sharing group and studying how it develops shared patterns of behavior over time. Then mixed methods approach. Our mixed methods approach are mixed of qualitative and quantitative approaches. In this mixed method approach are included word view strategy methods. In word view, pragmatic and strategy sequential or concurrent collection of data, and methods both quantitative and qualitative data collection. For example, generalizing findings to a population and then exploring individual experience. The researchers bases the inquiry on the assumption that collecting diverse types of database provides and understanding of a research problem. This study begins with a word survey in order to generalize result to a population and then in a second phase focus on qualitative open-ended interviews to collect detailed views from participants. This is a diagram of qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method approach. Here we can see that approaches are philosophical assumption, strategies of inquiry, and methods. Philosophical assumptions are in qualitative approach, constructivist advocacy, participatory knowledge. In quantitative approach, philosophical assumption is post-positivist knowledge, and last mixed method approach in philosophical assumption, pragmatic knowledge. Second, strategies of inquiry. Here, qualitative approach, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, case study, and a narrative. In quantitative approach, survey and experiments. In mixed method approaches, sequential, concurrent, and transformative. Last, methods. Where qualitative approach in methods is often open-ended questions, emerging approaches, test, or image data. In quantitative approach methods, closed-ended question. That's mean the opposite methods in qualitative to quantitative approaches. And additionally, predetermined approaches, numeric data. In mixed method approach are both included qualitative and quantitative. Here, both open and closed ended questions, both emergent and predetermined approaches, and both qualitative and quantitative data and analysis. Now I will be discuss about factors influencing researcher decisions choice. In factor influencing research design choice are included several factors such that research problem, personal experience, audience. In research problem, a researcher a research problem is an issue or concern that needs to be addressed. Certain types of a social research problem call for a specific approaches. For example, if if the problem calls for the identification of factors that influence an outcome, the utility of an intervention, or understanding the best predictors of outcome, then a quantitative approach is phenomenon needs to be understood because little research has been done on it. Then it merits a qualitative approach. In personal experience, research refers to researchers' own personal training and experiences also influence their choice of approach. An individual trained in technical scientific writing, statistics, and statistic design. On the other hand, individuals who enjoy writing in a literary way or conducting personal interviews or making up a close observation may gravitate to the qualitative approach. Then the mixed methods approach. This time, the resource to collect both quantitative and qualitative and has outlets for mixed methods, which tend to be large in scope since quantitative studies are the traditional mode of research. Finally, the last factors of influencing research decision choice is audience. In this scenario, researchers write for audience that will accept their research. This audience may be journal editors, journal readers, graduate committees, conference attendants, or colleagues in the field. Student should consider the approaches typically supported and used by their advisors. The experiences The experiences with quantitative and qualitative or mixed methods studies can shape the decision made. In the last slide of our topic, the research design choice. In research design choice is influenced by worldview strategy and methods and key takeaways. First of all, quantitative is the best for testing theories and measuring variables. Then qualitative is ideal for exploring new phenomena and understanding participant perspectives. And finally, mixed methods combine the strengths of both approaches. That's when qualitative and quantitative are, and for a comprehensive understanding results. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your attention.